Komodi TV, man, back with another one right now. We're gonna get into this video I found about how Iran has found a large gold deposit in the country about a month ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. Um, and we're just gonna look into that and see what they have to say. Has this led to, these riots and the Mossad influence in the riots and these talks of going in there and taking over, bombing them again or whatever. Yeah, I believe it is like uh 55 million tons of gold, I believe. So let's get into this.
At a time when the US and Western powers expected Iran to fall to its knees, a new discovery shocked everyone. A massive, unexpected gold deposit, described as one of the most significant discoveries in Iran's history. Local media across Iran reported a breakthrough at the Shahdan gold mine, one of the country's most important gold mines located in the eastern province of South Khorasan. A new gold vein structure was discovered deep in the mine, and Iran's Ministry of Industry, Mines and Trade officially validated the reserves. The reports revealed staggering numbers of 7.95 million tons of oxide gold ore and 53.1 million tons of sulfide gold ore. The oxide gold ore is much easier and cheaper to extract, meaning Iran has found billions of dollars worth of accessible wealth, right when its economy was under intense global pressure. For years, Iran lived under what many experts
So this is like what I'm, just my personal theory that maybe, this is putting the pressure on Israel and the US. They see that they found billions of dollars worth of gold and they're just like, oh, we can't have this, because this will bring the country back. If they have billions upon billions of dollars of gold, I mean, they can sell that gold and do a lot for the country to prop it back up and bring stability back and appease the people as well. I mean, there's these anti-regime protesters or protesters. They wouldn't be so unhappy, these people influenced by the Israelis and Americans wouldn't be so easily influenced anymore if there was change going on, which this is the change they need and what they're looking for. Sometimes people are just in an unfortunate circumstance and can't do anything at the time to get out of that unfortunate circumstance. This is the opportunity they've been looking for and need.
called the most crippling and humiliating sanctions in modern history. Sanctions designed by the US and pushed by Israel with one aim: to break Iran economically and force it to bow down. The sanctions froze Iran's oil revenues, blocked international trade, crippled banking channels, caused the economy to collapse, and suffocated ordinary families. Even during the recent 12-day war, when unprecedented attacks were launched on Iranian soil and the US joined in striking nuclear facilities, the pressure was meant to humiliate Iran into surrender. But instead of collapsing, something else happened. The ground beneath Iran's feet opened its treasures. Allah says in the Holy Quran, "And whoever relies upon Allah, then He is sufficient for him." For years, superpowers believed they controlled Iran's fate through sanctions. They believed that an economic siege would collapse the Islamic Republic. But they don't know that the keys to provisions are in the hands of Allah.
And this is our doing. They act like, oh, they manage their finances and government so poorly and this is why this is happening. Like, well, we're hitting them with crippling sanctions. We're labeling their government as a foreign terrorist organization. I mean, when you do all of this, it makes it very hard for people to operate on the global stage as a regularly functioning nation. So, let's get back.
When humans shut all the doors, Allah opens a door from under the earth. When the world cuts off your resources, Allah gives you resources they never imagined. When enemies plot humiliation, Allah writes unexpected honor. Iranians themselves are calling the gold discovery an act of risk from Allah, a form of miraculous support in the middle of immense pressure. Iran's central bank has already been among the top 5 gold-buying banks in the world in 2023 to 2024, despite sanctions. Now, with this discovery, Iran's gold reserves will increase massively. Its economy gains a new lifeline. The gold can hedge against inflation, the national currency gets indirect support, and sanctions lose part of their power. Central bank officials themselves said that increasing gold reserves is a strategic shield against sanctions. In simple words, the very tool used to suffocate Iran, sanctions, is now being weakened by a treasure placed beneath their soil. The geopolitical analysts are also calling this event symbolic humiliation for the US and its allies, as for years they tried to strangle Iran economically and isolate it from global trade. But instead, Iran found new wealth and showed it can survive without Western systems. It's true that Iran still faces inflation, a collapsing rial, high daily costs, and continuous sanctions. But the discovery changes the psychological landscape. It tells the Iranian people that there is still hope. What are your thoughts about this new discovery of gold mine in Iran? Is it just coincidence or a message to the superpowers that they are not the masters of provision? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. That's all for today. If you found the video informative, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Jazakum Allahu khairan.
So yeah, I mean, they just need some time. I mean, you can't mine all of this overnight. It's not just going to be an overnight change, but this is something that will, revitalize the government. It's going to bring, them a lot of strength and power on the global stage. This is something that's great for them. This is something that's great for their country and their people. They just need time to get the gold out of the ground and actually do something with it. It's not just going to be 1, 2, 3. I mean, this is just a discovery as of last month. It's not just going to be able to just get mined that fast. So hopefully they can continue to mine this. I mean, they have a lot of support from the people, as mainstream media is not showing, all of these riots and damage that's been going on because of, people who have turned their back on their country, or people who are Mossad or CIA or affiliates of the Mossad and CIA have, started to try and destroy the country, firebomb mosques and other things of that nature. Also, some of the Kurds have led attacks on, government buildings and things of that nature. So with all of that happening, that is, a hurdle they need to get over. But there is a lot more support that the media is not showing. As I just said, there was way more people in support of the country that showed out yesterday. And that should just be a W for them. And that should show that the U.S. and Israel need to back off, and they're not going to get their regime change, because there's a lot more people that support the regime than are anti-regime. And I mean, well, the anti-regime thing, it seems like it was mainly manufactured. There was obviously some people that were in favor of that, but it was largely a manufactured operation. So it just doesn't garner the same, crowd. It doesn't garner the same weight when you have something else that's opposing it, that's just very organic, and they're in support of, the movement. So that's it for this one, man. Kumo DTV everywhere. Kumo Cast on YouTube. Go follow, like, comment, subscribe. Out.